What's up, you guys? My name is Sahara, and welcome back to the Sims 4 Completion Chronicles! Now, I do have to make a note here. So I recorded this on Friday, which is the day I actually posted I had some family and life stuff going on, and it was preventing me from being able to record successfully. But what had actually happened was I recorded this and saved and everything, backed out, was getting ready to upload when I realized that none of my audio transferred. And so when I went in, I realized that my son had been in here playing with my computer and he had turned off my headset's recording. So no sound, and I did not have time to add a sound file to it. So you're getting it on Monday. I'm hoping I'll be able to do 2 episodes today to make it up to you guys. But anyway, we're back with our girl Abigail. And she is kind of taking care of some life things right now. Taking care of the garden because it's a great place for us to make some cash right now, which is very helpful. As you can see here, she kind of glitched a little bit. There's been a lot of that recently since the most recent patch where I have to do like a reset kind of debug thing. And it eventually fixes itself, but no big deal. That's pretty simple. Alright, so we're going to join her as she goes to work. Okay, so what I wanted to do in this day was to really work on kind of getting that promotion, but to also work on finishing her ambition or whatever, because her ambition, whatever it is, to work on finishing that out because we're getting kind of close there, and she still doesn't have an heir to take over, so we gotta fix that. So I had her come on in and do the co-workers. Wow, that sounded wrong. But she had to use the sim ray on the co-workers, so I tried to keep it minimal to the ones that I like Alice up front. I think I made her sit, which is not a huge deal. Here I go trying to get that perfect screenshot of our girl laughing. I think that's a great one. But anyway, so we're still working on that, it looks like. Gonna do one more. Then I moved the satellite dish out of the way because I knew we were gonna have to work on some other stuff here. Alright. Alright. Then it said, because I can't remember, I played 2 days, like I usually try to play 2 days on each of these files. But this one, it really was like obsessed with us using the SimRay. So there was a lot of that in these 2 days. Alright, so she's analyzing an element, and that's when I was like, well, we could go ahead and go out here and pick up some more of these rocks because we're still missing 2 elements from the collection. Yeah, it was this day, because look at that. 2 different things of mind control after we've already had to use it one time. I also continued opening up all those capsules because we get so many of those in this game. It's unreal. And, might as well open them up. I know it can, it usually decreases the value, but if you don't know, there's also a little like completionist thing where you get all the My Sims trophies and all that. So, hey, why not kill 2 birds with 1 stone, am I right? And it's not like we're hurting for money anyway. So had her do that, kept selling stuff, kept digging things out. Figured I could probably get away with cleaning out this particular area, hopefully unlocking some more of those items that could lead to elements in our collection, while also getting some things done. And I was trying to find some more of the elements to make the actual cloning machine, because the cloning machine's a lot of fun, but I did not get enough of them to make it this day, so then I just kind of abandoned all hope and went for the actual mind control. So here we go. So we're gonna go use the mind control on Alice now, and it looks like, I think this is the one. Yeah, so I had them change their outfits first. I just had them change into their everyday outfits. So she's gonna do that. Yeah, I know, it stinks, doesn't it? Okay, you look great. Alright, then there was one more. Cool. And then prevent abductions, which is pretty easy. You just click on the lovely little satellite dish. She's starving to death. Alright. So then I had her make them go eat. Which I was like, please, dear God, let this speed up. Because it was already 2:30 at this point, and I was like, oh God, we're so far behind. Why did I do that? Okay. So I had her go and make them eat. So fun, right? It's just, you know, going to the jobs, this was such a fun thing when it first came out. And, you know, it's not something that I play with a whole lot. But even the new one that came out with Get Famous, the acting job, it just gets so repetitive after a while. Like the work from home option in some of the other careers, I think is a little bit better, just because it does change it up a little bit more than this does. But I feel like I do the same things every day that I come to work with them, so it can get a little bit much. So I'm gonna have him test this snake oil that I have. Yeah.
Oh, Lempima.
Alright.
Ramuma.
The good news is that we're getting close to being done. So once she finishes her job, she's going to keep her job because I'm not working this hard to not make any money. But she's going to keep her job. But after we, you know, once we finish and get to level 10, I'm going to be like, nope, you go to work by yourself, girl, because I don't have time to be doing all this. Plus, hopefully by then we'll have an heir and we'll be able to actually do some work. And I'm sorry if my voice keeps going out. Again, it's here in lovely little South Carolina. It has gone from being, you know, 90 degrees outside to, you know, mid-60s, which has made my allergies even more angry than they have been. So just, you know, kind of dealing with that. I'm having to drink lots of water, so if you hear me stop and get really quiet there for a minute, it's because I'm drinking some water, and I apologize for that. But anyway, I had her keep digging because, again, I figure, I know you can get more minerals and elements and things like that from just random analysis, but you never know what you're going to come up with when you dig, so I just had her keep digging. And that was the first time I saw Clive, and I was like, Clive, I didn't even know you were here today. So now I'm having her kind of work on her mischief skill a little bit because we were getting close to finishing up, and I was like, no, you cannot go to the bathroom, you must talk to me, because I have to finish my mischief skill. So she worked on that, and see how close we'd gotten to it. I'd say that's probably about 65%, which is great. So I had her just keep opening things because I knew we wouldn't get anything done before then. So just opening things and selling them. A hopper trophy. Alright, and see, that's why I say we're not hurting for money, because we were getting, you know, $2,000 every day we go to work, which is 5 days a week, so $10,000 by ourselves for a week. It's not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. So she came home, and I realized that I never got to finish my garden, so I went over here to finish gardening. Then we went to get the mail, and we had several things to sell. Look at Marcus getting old. Alright, so this is a new thing I think that came with Eco Lifestyle, and I read it. It's saying basically somebody from your family or distant family said you could have this money, then you're like, ooh, give me the money. Now it says you have to get married within 7 days. So those are the terms. Good luck and congratulations on the next chapter in your life. So the good news about this is that we're already engaged to our lovely Cameron, who we adore, but now we have to get her married. And there's Tetsu wanting us to come hang out, and I was like, no, Tetsu, we're engaged, you have to respect that. You know, you had the potential, but it would, you know, it just never happened. The timing, we never synced up. So now I'm just checking all the elements that I just got. None of them fit. So I'm going to go ahead and sell those. I know, riveting content. And this is where I looked over and was like, wait a minute, is my cat sick again? But she's not. I think she was just kind of hacking, or no, she was getting ready to do the thing letting me know she wants to have kittens. Which I don't know if I'm gonna do that or not. I feel like it would be great for us to have like legacy kittens, but I don't know. I feel like one legacy challenge is enough. And who knows? May have, you know, may want more kids than I do animals. So who knows? But anyway, I had her go over here and eat some leftovers because now that we have an actual kitchen. Oh, and then she's so tense because Cameron isn't around. So I was like, please, Cameron, just randomly show up. She's so tense when you're not home. All right, I don't remember. Oh, this was funny. I said, "We'll go for a jog," you know, and she took her she took her Thanksgiving dinner with her on a jog, which is so funny. And I'm just sitting here going, "Girl, how are you not puking every 5 steps?" I'm a person who is very out of shape, and I'm an older adult just like she is, and I was like, I would die. Like I'm not talented enough to be able to run and eat at the same time, but I just was like, whatever, girl, you do you. So then I was like, well, we'll just invite Cameron over and hopefully relieve some of this tension because, the uh, the thing for getting married in 7 days is already gonna give you that tense moodlet, and her missing the fact that Cameron was around is just making it that much worse. So I invited him over. And again, I'm still working on the whole, you know, risky woohoo thing because I find it fun. I think at this point we were at about 11 out of 100. So it's on a scale of 0 to 100, with 0 being the default. And what I do is every time, somebody in my game has a little woohoo, a little fun time, I increase it one just because I can. So I think we were at 11 at this point. So basically that's 11%. So you have an 11% chance that, you know, a woohoo might end up in a pregnancy. So, oh. And then I zoomed in on the cat because y'all know I'm ridiculous when it comes to the animals in this game. And she is super precious. Little Amy. I don't know. Maybe we will have kittens. I don't know. I'm just not. I'm not sure what I want to do right there. Alright, so then I had her go to sleep. And we're going to get through to the next day. Cameron's going to go get on the computer. And then I have her sleep. So we can work on getting to work for the next day. So as you can see, this is when I was, talking about how we're getting close because we've hit the goal. The goal I think this time was 9,000 or 8,000. I actually think it was 8,000 now that I think of it. So we've actually passed the goal, but I didn't want to stop in the middle and work on that. So I think what I'm going to do next time is do some actual building and maybe do the wedding and just call that an episode. But I was talking about how I might change this house, or if I wanted to, start over from scratch and rebuild. I actually think that this house, for something that I kind of piecemealed together as I've gone through, is actually a nice looking house. Like, it's got a good sized kitchen. The only thing it really doesn't have as of right now is a living space, which is why I was kind of pointing over to that front section of the yard. I thought that maybe if I picked the house up and moved it, because this is The Sims and not real life, and we can do that pretty easily, was if I picked it up and moved it back just a smidge, I might be able to make like a little alcove in the front where we could do like the actual true dining area, and then this part toward the front could actually be the living space. But again, it was just a thought, and as you can see, we've now passed 10,000, so we have plenty of money to kind of work on that and play around with it a little bit. So having her take a shower and kind of get ready for work, taking care of her needs a little bit so we don't have to deal with her complaining as soon as we get to work. So what I had her do was go ahead and take a shower, and then I saw the mail was here. So my theory was that maybe we can, see if we got any more elements, because I would really love to knock out the elements collection. Because I know we're getting close. Oh, and that's where we found that one. So literally, we are missing one element at this point. And that's where I was just kind of checking them again. Like I said, I can usually tell, but who knows? I've been wrong before. You've all seen me be wrong before. So I was like, well, I'm gonna check them just in case. So then we sell them. And again, we're making really good money at this point. So I just decided, you know what? We'll just keep opening things and selling things and just I double checked that one really quickly, but we're going to keep working on that. I also know that I still have the hover lamp, which is super fun, but I kept it for now because who knows, I might be able to put it somewhere, which would be fun too. Alright, so I'm selling stuff, trying to clear out my book bag. Alright, so, and then I realized that Love Day was going to be tomorrow in game. And I was like, oh my gosh, we could get married on Love Day. That would be so fun. So, be on the lookout for that. But that means I have to go to the Sims resource and find her a wedding dress, which is scary. Because I get super overwhelmed when it comes to cast. So, who knows? We'll have to see what I can find. Alright, so I had her going and doing all the things because it's like one of the moral choice days, which means, you know, you can work for the good of your coworkers or you can work to bother them. So I was like, I don't really care at this point. I'm going for the things that are the easiest. So I even was like, sorry, Cameron, you're next. Because he was right there. So I started with the mind control because that's, you know, pretty quick and easy. And then it was like insult a coworker, and I was like, well, Moira's right here, so I mean, if that's what you want me to do. But first, I went ahead and did the write-up research because I knew that wouldn't take long. Oh, and then that's right, the computer broke as soon as I started, but it gave me credit for the research, so I was like, okay, go ahead and do your repair, and then go and work on the rocket. And then I realized, why is she so flirty? But she's excited because Love Day is tomorrow. So, had her, you know, I was like, that just gives me more of a reason to go ahead and go forward with getting them married on Love Day because I think that's adorable. All right, so we did that. Then it's like, go talk to your BFF. So I said, okay, I can do that. So I'm going to talk to her and ask her about her day.
Melody!
I know. I know, and I'm sorry if y'all hear me randomly talking to the Sims because I really don't know what I'm doing when it comes to adding my voiceover to this, so you may or may not hear voices from the Sims, and I'm sorry if you don't. Again, this is not the way that I wanted to do this, but I figured that it would be better to do a voiceover and record and for you guys not to miss part of the story rather than just, you know, jump in. Alright, so then it was like freeze 3 Sims. I was like, well, there are 3 Sims right here. But that's when I forgot that you can't just freeze, you know, stack freeze. So I decided to start over. So I had her freeze them, which is sad because every time I freeze someone, Alice got upset with me. She's like, what are you doing? So like my friend is like, what is wrong with you? So I tried and I was like, oh God, don't let Cameron see me. So I was like, let's go back in here. And then freeze Clive, even though, you know, we were friends with Clive, but Clive kind of became a jerk. So I was like, you're going to get frozen today. So I froze him. And then it said complain to work. And I was like, that sounds like something you would do with a friend. Like, you wouldn't just complain about work to anybody you worked with because you never know when somebody's just going to go run their mouth to the wrong person. But somebody that you were close with, like a good friend, you would complain about work to. So I was like, well, we'll go ahead and do that. And then we were done. And so that's when I decided, okay, we're going for it. We're just going to completely dump in on Mischief skill now because we were so close. I did have them become partners in crime because I thought that was so stinking cool. I know, I think she's already, and then I was like, I kept clicking on Dare to Streak and I was like, no, I'm not here to ruin anybody's career because I feel like if it wasn't The Sims, like if that happened in real life, if somebody just randomly went streaking from their job, like that's the end of you, my friend. Like there's no way you have a job after that. So I was like, I'm not doing that. Okay, so 67% complete in our mischief skill. So I just, really pushed hard for that. And some of them Alice is fine with. We've kind of discovered that Alice has a good sense of humor. But some of them she was okay with, some of them she's not. So you'll kind of watch our relationship kind of bounce up and down and all around. But it's for a good cause. I kind of hope, I was like, please let her just not hate me by the end of this. Because just about everybody's frozen at this point. So let her not hate me. So I just kept clicking on that. And I kept pausing it because I was like, no, I don't want to lose any time doing mischief and, clicking through the menu. So I kept pausing to make sure that this happened. So, and like I said, she seems to have a good attitude about most of it, so I think she was a good choice. I think she's a good friend for Abigail. So, hopefully she will come to their wedding and just be adorable, because she really is cute. She's a cute sim. Alright, so she really doesn't like when we ask the due date, which, I mean, as a woman, I can't blame her. Like, oh, please don't ask me. Don't ever ask anybody if they're pregnant if you don't know for sure, because that can go so many ways. It's just not acceptable. So we're just gonna keep dumping in those mischief skills and okay. Yep. Sorry about that. Had to take a drink. But you see how close we've gotten here in just a couple of short hours. And at this point, she kept saying, "I have to go to the bathroom," and I was like, "No, you cannot go to the bathroom until you finish this skill. I don't care if you pee your pants." I'm ready to be done. I'm ready to move on, because I know the next generation, the Rose generation, is going to be a little bit of a challenge. It's not a way that I normally play my Sims, so it's going to be interesting. But I was like, no, you cannot go to the bathroom. You've lost your mind. So we keep doing the mischief. Keep doing the mischief, girl. You keep doing it. Come on. And then I think it's gonna happen. Come on. And then I was just like, there it is. Alright. We maxed it. We finished our aspiration. And we got an award or an achievement, which makes me so happy. Just so happy. Because that's one less thing we have to worry about. So then I let her go to the bathroom because I'm not a savage. And then we finished our day. Again, 2,000, so we're well above, that money thing that we were worried about so much at the beginning of this playthrough. But we went back to the lot, and, well, guys, I guess I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping it up here. Again, I'm so sorry that this is the way I had to record, but it is what it is. Hopefully you guys will forgive me if I do a double upload today. And go ahead and leave me some comments below. Let me know some name choices. We need boy names and girl names, both that start with the letter B, because the Rose generation will be letter B. Also, are you interested in us having legacy kittens as well? Let me know in the comments below. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next episode. Bye, guys.